Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Neighborly Homestead. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to click on this video. We appreciate each and every one of you. Today we're going to do something a little different. We've got an excavator behind me here that is on loan from a good friend, and we got some trees here over by our shop and a house next door that my dad owns that we're going to try to get tore down and cleaned up. Kind of an old nasty brush, hedgerow, whatever you want to call it, kind of behind me there. I'll flip the camera around and show you that. I also got a big tree here we're going to try to take down, so I apologize for the wind, but here's the big tree we got to take down. Hopefully it's going to push over pretty easy. And like I said, this hedgerow, the only tree we're going to leave is that big pine tree. Everything else is dead or just scrub. We've got some new trees to plant. I already started ripping some of it out back there with the skid steer. So stick around. We're going to see what we can do. I'm going to see what kind of footage I can get from this. If I can get the magnet mount on the excavator somewhere and get some cool shots for you. So. Alright guys, I don't know how much of this you can see, but trying to salvage some of this pine. I know it's not really worth much. It would probably make some good campfire wood. I'll swing over here in a second. You can see what I'm up against. But this is the main reason why we're taking this all out, because it's dead. So that chunk on the ground right there just broke off when I set this thing down. So So, most of you probably wouldn't salvage this wood, but there's just a lot here. It'd be an awful lot to burn, and I don't have a big chipper. And with doing maple syrup, I've got an avenue to use the wood, and I can use it. So that's the only reason I'm taking the time to try to salvage this. We're gonna make a stump pile here, because I am planning on burning all this brush. I wanted to have a fire today, but way too windy. Just giving the stump a little twist. These things are not rooted very deep at all. Plus this is very wet. Pretty soft, soggy ground here. Alright, raining pretty good. I think we gotta stop now. At least recording. I gotta close this door. Alright guys. So we had a pretty heavy downpour. And a pretty heavy downpour. Had to stop for a little while, took a break, ate lunch. And I can't go back into where I was working because they got water standing in the come on. Water standing in the ground where the tracks were. So this project here, we're going to end up widening out the driveway. It's way too narrow. Where I'm driving right now, we're going to push the topsoil from the edge of the driveway down. I'm not really worried about making too big of a mess. At some point here, my dad's going to be coming with the bulldozer. And he's going to peel this back. Nothing like a good fire. That's a pretty good one. We've been burning on this spot for years. Great big stump. A piece of it right there. The other piece of it's right there at the top. Trying to get them burned up. A lot of it's been burned already over the last couple of years, but get rid of a lot of that brush. Kind of windy out today, but it's got a little bit of a windbreak on the back side of this pile. I don't know if it'll burn through that or not, but it is super squishy here, guys. The more you track around, you're just pumping the water to the top. Temperature's dropping, but that fire feels good. Using the Bobcat T190 with a Tomahawk grapple. That is our machine. Love it. Thing's super handy. We'll take a walk over and check out what I did get ripped out with the excavator. So as you saw in the beginning, we got that big tree down in the front of the house. Hoping we might get some help to clean that mess up. And then over here, you can see a pile of brush there yet. But I went all along this edge, just tracking straight down along parallel with the driveway, and just in as far as I could reach. So I'll do another pass here at some point once I get rid of all the brush that I've already got pulled out. So we got a hole punched through that. There's a little bit yet. Small clump here at the back that's got to come out. I'm not even going to walk in there because my shoes are going to grow. But we're gaining on it. You can see the driveway. It's been super rutted up for years and years, and we're going to shave that grass hump off, widen it out a ways. Build a turnaround up here. So, Bobcat 435, the thing is an animal. Wish it was mine. Well there, guys, it's burning down pretty good. But just want to say thank you for watching. Appreciate you sticking around. I will update you on this project to bring it back maybe as we work on it some more. Definitely when we get the bulldozer going. We got a John Deere 350 6-way blade on it, the handy little machine. So I'll get some footage of that, and we're going to keep burning on this pile here. So once again, thank you guys. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe. Appreciate all the new subscribers, every one of you. And we will catch you guys on the next one. See ya. Alright, so we came to check on the burn pile. It burned pretty good all night. A little bit of stuff to kick in on the edge. It's still smoldering and smoking a little bit in there. But I think I'm going to wait to do that because we had a whole bunch more rain. As you can see, things were pretty soft and squishy from yesterday, so I can imagine it's only gotten worse.